Welcome to the brand new box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I talk all things movie reviews, TV show reviews, streaming platform reviews, even out of theater reactions, movie franchise rankings, and this show every single Tuesday. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel, comment down below. What are your thoughts on the state of the box office? What did you see this past weekend? What are you gonna see this upcoming weekend? And also, please like the video. So let's get first into it. So on this box office breakdown show, as it is every single Tuesday, I break down the box office of this past weekend, which was the final weekend in the month of August, the August 30th until September 1st. And I'll look at the overall 2024 domestic and worldwide numbers. And then also, because it is the first time we'll be breaking down September into this month, I'll be breaking down all of the new releases that are coming out in September and tell you if it's going to be a good, bad month, whatever month at the box office. Now, I do want to say right away, I am very sorry. This is my first video since my last week's box office breakdown show. I was very busy last week with outside personal stuff, so I just didn't have time to get another video in, but that's the longest time. I promise you guys, as subscribers, I'm never going to leave you a week off like that ever again. I felt really bad about not coming here and doing a video or seeing a movie or reviewing it. So I'm back on the grind this week with a review of The Instigators that will be coming out tomorrow here on the channel. And then Friday, you'll get my review of Beetlejuice. So tons of reviews and franchise rankings and stuff coming on the line. Again, thank you so much for sticking with me, not unsubscribing because I haven't been here in a week. I really, really appreciate it. Get us to 250 subscribers. So let's get into this past weekend's box office. As I said, August 30th to September 1st. Domestic means the Canada and United States combined. At number one this weekend, once again in its sixth weekend, was Deadpool and Wolverine. But it's our first kind of slow week in a really long time here at the box office, where Deadpool and Wolverine in its sixth weekend is still number one. 15.4 million, only dropped 15% in its sixth weekend. It is now at $600 million domestically. Great numbers again for Deadpool and Wolverine. No competition at the box office. This time it was only unseated, I believe, by It Ends With Us, maybe one weekend. But I believe 5 of the 6 weekends it's been theaters, it has been number one. So this movie continues to make money. I've already talked about this movie for over a month, but still, great numbers for Deadpool and Wolverine. In second place, in its third weekend, is Alien Romulus, also from Disney, but this is under the 20th Century Fox banner, dropping 44%, another $9.2 million. Alien Romulus is up to 88.6 million domestically. This should be around the second biggest Alien movie of all time, right behind Prometheus. But this is not a massive return to form for the Alien franchise. This franchise has never been, as I explained the last couple of weeks, a big box office juggernaut. But after taking some time away, and it seems like a lot of people have been rewatching the Alien movies on both Hulu and Disney Plus, did not translate to monster box office numbers. The next text for this franchise will be Noah Hawley's FX Alien show that is coming out in 2025. And we'll see if it does well, we'll see if Alien moves not just to TV, but exclusively to streaming. Because again, like Prey, this movie was originally supposed to be a Hulu original movie. But unlike Prey did not get a theatrical release while Alien Romulus did. So while it seems like the Predator franchise has moved exclusively to streaming, I think there is a good possibility that the Alien franchise will be moving to streaming for the foreseeable future, depending on if the new Alien show next year is a hit for FX and Hulu. In its third weekend, back in the top 5 is Twisters, gaining for some reason 27% this past weekend from Universal, another 7.7 million up to 258. This is one of the most head-scratching ones because Twisters has already been available on digital for over a week now. I believe 2 weeks now it's been available on digital, and it was out of the top 5 last weekend. And all of a sudden, Twisters is back on the chart. So I don't know what was going on. Glenn Powell's in the headlines talking about other things like Denzel and other things like that, but randomly, Twisters is doing very good again. So 258 million, again, a good success for Universal. In fourth place is the only new release of the weekend that got into the top 5, and that was Reagan from Showbiz Direct, definitely a new studio. This is with Dennis Quaid playing Reagan. 7.6 million. This movie obviously is heavily conservative. I'm not here to talk about political views or anything like that. But you're seeing a lot of the conservative movie market make its way to the theaters when movies like this do come out. We've seen faith-based movies, we've seen conservative movies, and even like Top Gun Maverick is across the board, isn't picking any sides politically. So Reagan getting a 7.6, doing a lot better than people expected. At number 5 is also wrapping up the weekend is It Ends With Us. It's fourth weekend in theaters, dropping 36%, another 7.4 million for It Ends With Us. Again, the drama is still going on between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. And as I said earlier, Baldoni owns all of the rights to this franchise. And that's why a lot of the headlines this week have been the fact that a sequel is still not officially going to happen because Baldoni has the rights. And if he's feuding with the star Blake Lively, how can we get another movie? So it'll be very interesting to see how this franchise moves on. But a good win for Amazon, for Sony. It's up to 133 domestic. When we get the overall domestic numbers of the year, again, as I said, US and Canada only. Inside Out 2 is going to be hard to catch, 650 million. Deadpool Wolverine is at 600 million, but I don't think it has enough to get to 650. So Inside Out 2 should be the biggest movie of the year domestic, but it's going to be very close. We'll see how Deadpool Wolverine continues to go on. Despicable Me 4 is at 355 million. Dune Part 2 at 4 at 282. Twisters, we're getting in with a bump at number 5 with 260 million. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is at 6 with 196 million. Yes, that movie also came out this year. What a long year. It feels like some of these movies have been out, came out last year, but these are this year's movies. Kung Fu Panda 4 is at 7 with a 193. Also 193 at 8 is Bad Boys Ride or Die. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is at 9 with 171, and A Quiet Place Day 1 at 138. Now move on to the worldwide box office numbers. These are the movies combining the international box office and the domestic box office. Inside Out 2 will probably not be caught this year worldwide as well. 1.66 billion. Deadpool Wolverine at 1.26 billion. Only 2 movies so far this year that are in the $1 billion club. Will there be another movie this year? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Despicable Me 4 is at number 3 at 915 million. Dune Part 2 at 4 of 709 million. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire at 5 with 568 million. Kung Fu Panda 4 is at 548 million, number 6. 3 Chinese films are 7, 8, and 9, and Bad Boys Ride or Die rest at the top 10 worldwide with 400 million. So we are heading out of the summer movie season as we are now in the fall movie season for the next couple of months. So let's break down what is coming out in theaters in the month of September. This weekend is supposed to be the biggest release in the month of September. Beetlejuice, which is currently tracking to gross at least over 100 million domestic this upcoming weekend, which would be amazing. Again, the first Beetlejuice film came all the way out in 1988, and here we are in 2024, over 30 years later, and it seems like there is a lot of interest. Jenna Ortega being the new addition. Does Tim Burton got it back with this movie? Very positive reviews. My review for Beetlejuice will be out on Friday. Also, a new horror movie is hitting theaters, which is Brandy starring in the movie called The Front Room. That movie is also coming out in theaters this upcoming weekend. When we move on to next weekend, which is September the 13th, we have 2 new movies hitting theaters. That is Speak No Evil, the new horror film starring James McAvoy, and then the new action film, The Killer's Game, starring Dave Bautista. So those are both movies coming out on September 13th. On September 20th, you have pretty much an awards buzz movie called The Substance, starring Demi Moore, Dennis Quaid, and Margaret Qualley. Very, very strong reviews. 2 other movies are hitting theaters as well. Never Let Go. That's the new horror thriller starring Halle Berry from the director of Crawl. Also, Transformers 1 hits theaters on September 20th. Very strong reviews out of the gate for that new animated entry into the Transformers franchise. And then on a re-release perspective, Whiplash on its 10-year anniversary will also be re-releasing on September 20th. And then wrapping up the month of September, September 27th, you have the controversial new Francis Ford Coppola movie, Megalopolis. And then also from a more mainstream perspective, DreamWorks' new animated film, The Wild Robot. So other than Beetlejuice, not a lot of major movies hitting theaters this weekend, but a lot of interesting movies, some award films. We're going to find out how these movies do. I'm here every single Tuesday bringing out the box office, and I'm here daily giving you guys more videos. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you guys soon.